The great Khali. The great pissing Khali had to come back. Oh gosh. I can't believe we had to sit through that. Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Your boy here, Apollo, from Down, Down, Up, Up. And it is time to review WWE BattleGround 2017. A show that I predicted would be the worst WWE pay-per-view of the year. And I might be right. I might be. Let's dive right into this. Kicking off with the pre-show. Automatic upset. What the heck? Aiden English beat Ty Dillinger, so the punishment continues. I've had a debate with a few of you on YouTube for a bit now about Ty Dillinger, not my videos, that he's being punished, and wow. And you know what the weird thing was? It was a good match. I quite enjoyed the match between Aiden and Ty on the pre-show. It was good. And props to Aiden English. I have no hate for him. He did I don't know how to describe it. He looked like he was going for a DDT, then he just face planted him and fell himself, face first. It was the move that Seth Rollins tried to make his new finisher in 2015 after the curb stomp was banned. I'm quite a fan of that move, but that didn't win the match. No, he basically hit a version of Pete Dunne's bitter end to beat Ty Dillinger. Oh, wow, we were not happy. We were not happy about that. I was a little bit more shocked than not happy, but when you know a pre-show's bad, you know you're in trouble, man. I can't believe that happened. So anyone who picked Aiden English, I mean, I guess they're celebrating right now, but oh man, I don't know. I can talk about this for hours if I want to. Okay, moving on to the main show and the opening match that may have saved this show. We had the Usos defend the titles once again against the New Day, and my gosh, that match, I didn't know how they could top Money in the Bank, but they did. They did. Number one, it was Woods and Kofi in the match, not Kofi-ery or Woods-ery. None of those variations. It was Kofi and Woods, which I think they've only teamed together on pay-per-view once for any tag team title match, and that would have been SummerSlam last year against Gallows and Anderson, the club. So I felt a little bit iffy about that, but oh man, those kickouts and those moves, like Woods, is he like the god of wrestling now? I'm not trying to sound literal, but he kicked out of a lot more than I expected him to. He kicked out of a catching super kick, a Samoan drop, just it was incredible, and then Kofi kicks out of a splash. And then one of the Usos, I think it was Jay or I don't remember, but kicked out of Woods and Kofi's finisher. Like what Kofi has him in a no, I think it was Woods that had him in a position looking for a sidewalk slam, but then Kofi hit the coup de grace, a version of it anyway, and he kicked out. Oh, the match was amazing. I give it 5 stars. It was awesome. It had me for the opening match. It was amazing. It's like it was the feeling I had when the Usos and the Wyatts fought at BattleGround 2014. It was awesome. And then we got, I think, Trouble in Paradise and an elbow, which I call the Zoidberg elbow. Any Martin Kirby fans out there know. Xavier Woods got the pinfall, and the New Day are 3-time tag team champions. They did it. It was so awesome. It was so awesome. I can't complain. I enjoyed every moment of that match. It was great. I'm trying to do this in order here, so bear with me. Then I believe we had Shinsuke Nakamura and Baron Corbin. So this match, I had a few discussions with my friends watching it, and hate me if you want. I have nothing against this ending to this match. We're not getting into the bad parts yet, other than the pre-show. It was okay. It was a little below average between those two, considering they were building to the pay-per-view and not having matches on SmackDown, not even one-on-one. So, I don't have anything special to say about it. But the ending, it was all right because Corbin hit a low blow, got disqualified. I think it's a good idea. You don't need him pinned on pay-per-view after winning the briefcase. I know that's usually what happens to Money in the Bank winners, but in Corbin's case, nah, probably not a good idea to do that. So Nakamura wins by disqualification. I'm happy with that. I don't have any complaints. Corbin then came back in after this hit End of Days, it goes on for maybe another 2-3 weeks on SmackDown. We'll see where it goes. And then we had, I believe, I'm just checking the book, the United States Championship match. Well, this one got me, but I also caught it. And I'm going to bear with me here. If you guys watch my predictions video, you know I picked AJ Styles. I completely went against that when I saw either the mistake or the hint to some of us that Kevin Owens was going to win. He was wearing a new Face of America t-shirt before the show. I think it was either the pre-show or way early into the show. It might have been the pre-show, because once he was being interviewed by Tom Phillips wearing the shirt, they show him again walking in the back. It wasn't the same shirt. He put on the old shirt. He even put on the old shirt coming out. I knew there was going to be a swerve, and I knew Kevin Owens was going to win, and he did. The match wasn't even that good either. I personally expected something a little bit better, like another star up in quality. It was okay, but then the referee gets hit. Owens hits just some variation of a suplex, and even though Styles shoulders up, the referee misses it. Counts to 3. Kevin Owens is a 3-time U.S. champion. Did not see that coming until I saw the shirt. I knew Kevin was going to win, especially him being the highest chance in the bookies and everything. So, hey, when the odds have you, most likely you're the one to get it. Not always, though. Not always. Because then, I believe we moved into the Fatal 5-Way women's match to see who would face Naomi at SummerSlam. This match was okay. There wasn't an elimination for a bit. A lot of people thought Lana was going out. I personally didn't think she was going to be the first one out, and I was right. But then the eliminations were like rapid fire. Becky made Tamina tap out, and then Lana tap out, and then Natalya rolls up Becky with the tights, and goodbye Becky in like less than 5 minutes. Maybe even less than 3 minutes. Maybe even 2. It was really short. And then it was down to Charlotte and Natalya, but then the swerve. Natalya won. Wow. Didn't see that coming. But I can't say I'm not surprised. I knew she was eventually going to get that win at some point and go on. I didn't know it was going to be here. Without a doubt, no. So it was really cool to see her win. I am a big fan of Natalya. She's been here for years. I've seen her live a lot of times. And I did pick her last year to beat Becky Lynch at BattleGround after she turned heel, and she did. So another one for Natalya. Is she undefeated at BattleGround? I think she's 2-0 because I don't think she's wrestled at any of the other ones. Definitely not 15. 13, there's a debate, but I don't think so. I think it was Abella versus AJ Styles, versus AJ Lee, AJ Styles. And 14, no, she didn't wrestle at 14 either. So I think Natalya's 2-0 at BattleGround. Good for her. And then we moved on to the flag match. Oh, this match. Oh. The problems I had with the flag match and the Punjabi prison, which we'll get into, they killed so much time that they didn't need to. And it looks so intentional. Because the flag match was like, okay, this is exactly what I expected as the flag match started. And then finally they're going up the ramp. And then Rusev is setting up tables right near the little spot where Cena's flag holster was. And then I'm thinking, okay, all Cena has to do is grab him, hit the AA, and then go get his flag and put it. But then he didn't do that right when he had the opportunity to. And then they both look like fools when they just didn't grab the flag when they could have had the big opportunity. It looks so bad. I could not stand it for a bit. Anyway, it did exactly what I was expecting it to. Though in the end, Cena did hit the AA off of where his flag holster was. Through the 2 tables. Goodbye, Rusev. Hashtag burial forever. No, I'm just kidding. I love Rusev. But John Cena won. No surprise there. He is 4-0 at BattleGround, I believe. So we'll see what happens. It might be Cena versus the WWE champion at SummerSlam, which, again, we'll get into the Punjabi prison. And then next, we had a big disappointment, and you're not going to believe this is, the Breezango segment. There was no in-ring work at all. They were just in the back, and then the Ascension came in. Everybody groaned, thinking, really, that it's all just them, that's it? But no, it wasn't them. They said it was them, but then Breezango pulled out the stuffed animal that was ripped from last week, and the Ascension just freaked out, which obviously clarifies that they didn't do it. And then the lights went out, and then they get attacked, and we don't know who it is. I know it's Harper and Rowan. I know I've got this down pat. So does a few other people I know, but they didn't show it. And then they showed both members of Breezango down, battered, broken, and one of them being dragged away. So, it's that to be continued at the end. I just want some in-ring stuff. The pop would have been good for Harper and Rowan. I think they've had their best tag team match at BattleGround. So, would have been good. Anyway, moving on. We then had Mike Kanellis versus Sami Zayn. I know a lot of people really expected Mike, but Sami Zayn won, and I think I know a good reason for that. I was really happy too, because I'm a big Sami Zayn fan too. 2-0 at BattleGround. Mike is new. You haven't done anything until you've stepped into Vince's world, even though it's Sami Zayn winning, which he hasn't done basically anything in a lot of people's opinions for a while now. But Sami won. Mike, you're new. You're going to lose. You haven't done anything. That's with the mindset of some people, but I still went with Mike anyway. Didn't work. Sami won. It was good, though. I like Sami Zayn. And then the Punjabi Prison match. You're not going to believe what I've said this. We've seen one with Big Show and Undertaker. With Khali and Batista. You think with two guys who weren't monsters in their own set, it would be better. But it wasn't. It was the worst Punjabi Prison match ever. I can't disagree with myself. They wasted so much time when they got out. I didn't mind the first bit. Each door was opening and each door was closing in the beginning. But then the Singh brothers finally got in and they dragged Jinder out at the last few seconds of the last door. So great. Jinder's climbing up. Orton's climbing up. He does what Batista did in 2007. He jumps from one structure to the other. That's where you should have ended it. Oh, that's where you should have ended it, but it didn't. It didn't. It kept going. They kept going back to the floor, and Orton just kept beating up the Singhs. Granted, I liked that one of them went through the table, but it scared me because that guy, it looks so small. I'm sorry, but I hate to see people like that go through that pain. And they just wasted so much time on the floor. And then Orton's climbing out for the 650th time, and then you hear Jinder's music. My immediate thoughts. Wait, has Jinder gotten out somehow? Did Jinder squeeze through the openings in the prison? Out comes the great Khali. Over 7 feet tall, and you can't teach that. In his original Black Pants, where he debuted as a heel, everybody went crazy. I don't know how the Philadelphia crowd could stand this show after a while. But then it got worse. As if you're thinking, wait, how could it get worse? Khali's out here. How's it going to get worse? He climbs up and just puts his hand through the structure and just wraps it around Orton's throat. I'm like, oh, he's just going to push him back or something. He did nothing. He just choked him like that. That was the thing. It's just choking Orton out. And Orton's like, it looks so bad. Looks so bad, and then Jinder just crawls out and wins. I knew Jinder was going to win. I knew he was going to go to SummerSlam, but oh, does that mean we have to see Khali versus Orton at SummerSlam? Oh, man, the show is a relief to be over with. A freaking relief. I know this video was a little longer than the others, but I had a lot to say. Thank you very much for tuning in, everyone. I sincerely appreciate it. Feel free to let me know what your thoughts of WWE BattleGround 2017 are in the comments below, and I will see you next time. Maybe I'll do a prediction video for NXT. How about that? I'll do NXT and SummerSlam if I can. So that's in a little over a month. I'm just about to go on vacation, actually. I'm heading up to New Brunswick, so I'm going to go enjoy myself for a few weeks. I will see you all next time. Like, share, subscribe. And again, let me know in the comments what you thought. Keep it real, and don't watch this show again.